goes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Homes479. I'm your host, Realtor Claudia Vilato from Coldwell Banker, and today we're going to have a special coronavirus edition. I am lucky enough to be talking to Amber Taggard, owner of the Organizer Chicks. I thought it would be great to bring her in because so many of us are stuck at home and we're starting to realize all the things that we don't like about our homes. And one of those might be organization. So she is here to help you out. Amber, welcome. Amber,
thank you so much for me.
Of course. Amber, can you tell us a little bit about the Organizer Chicks? What is it?
Yeah, sure. So we're professional organizers, and we physically come to your home or your office space and help you through the process of decluttering and creating organization methods that are tailored to you and the way that you think and learn and function in your home or your office. We also help people to pack and to unpack. We do time management. We have a personal stylist on our team, actually. So if we're organizing your closet, we can kind of take it to that next level and help you decide what really works for your body type, your coloring, your age. So basically, if it has to do with living your life a little better, especially within the walls of your home, that's what we do.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And actually, I'll put a link to the Organizer Chicks in the video. Can you tell us a little bit, okay, since so many people are stuck at home right now,
Yes.
what do you think are some trouble spots that people are noticing? What are some common areas?
Right, absolutely. So this social distancing, which we're all doing, and thank you very much for doing your part, to help stop the spread of COVID-19. But yeah, this is a time where we start to become acutely aware of those things that we've kind of been trying to ignore for a while, probably.
Exactly, you're right.
One of these days, I'm going to tackle that blank. Well, one of these days is here, and like it or not, we've been gifted the gift of time in our homes. So it really is, it's a great time to try to embark on some of those things that we might have been putting off or delaying for a while. And I'll just tell you some of the hot spots or the places that I see being really frequent offenders for my clients. One is closets. We know the National Association of Professional Organizers has told us that we Americans wear 20% of our clothing 80% of the time.
Right.
We're kind of revisiting the same 1/5 of items over and over and over again. And I'm a giant nerd. I have a master's of science in clinical mental health. And so that's kind of my background coming into this. And so I am a
like hoarding and stuff.
It's so useful. It's so useful to me what I do. But one of the things that I think is just my natural personality type is just to want to know more and understand more, and numbers are such a great way to do that. And so I've done studies with my own clients. What's going on with that other 80% of clothing, right? If we're only wearing 20% the vast majority of the time, and what I found over years of studying my own clients' closets is that about half of that 80% that we're not wearing regularly is too small for us at the current time. And so what's happening is we're waking up every morning and we're walking into a closet that probably feels a little cluttery and probably makes us feel a little anxious. And then many of the things that are hanging on our rod are sending us one rude message over and over every single morning.
Right?
Yeah,
like you
don't
fit.
You're not the right size for me. Yeah. And so, someone's bullying us right inside our closet, and it's us, right? so
cool.
That, especially for men, it is a constant battle for people. Is to my encouragement is always, it doesn't mean you'll never be your perfect size 6 again, but it is okay to get those things that don't fit your beautiful functional body right now off of your main rod space.
Right.
Go ahead and re-up that space. As a realtor, I'm sure you understand this as much as anybody, but we're really big at the Organizer Chicks on thinking about things in terms of prime real estate. And your closet rod, your main closet rod, should be a prime real estate location for you. We don't want to build, little cheapo things on our prime real estate. We want to make sure we're getting the best ROI. We want all the return on that investment from our prime spaces. So demand that your closet rod give you the best. And that means it's not going to bully you in the morning. Put those things that don't fit you right now, bin them away and tuck them away elsewhere. It doesn't mean you're giving up on the dream. It just means you're not bullying yourself every morning. So that's a big one. Closets are big. not just for women, but also for kids. So if we have mamas at home right now and, it's already like, it's kind of crazy. We've got all the kids,
Yeah.
schooling masters all of a sudden. We're probably still doing our jobs from home.
Yeah.
This is a great time of year anyway, as we're heading into a new season, to really start to go through kids' closets as well. They grow out of things so quickly. And if your kids are like mine, I have four, what they like and what they actually want to wear often changes so quickly, that closets are definitely a great spot to really give some love to this time of year, probably.
That's right.
And then probably another spot is everyone seems to have that dumping ground in their house, and it's different in every house, but it may be a specific place on the kitchen counter, or
Yeah.
it may be an entryway table or whatever that's kind of
dump
becomes the dumping zone. Exactly. Yeah. And what we want to do is we want to really analyze what is being left here by who, right? And if everyone is involved in the dumping, then that's okay. We just have a family makeover to get it done. But a lot of times these are things that don't have a home, or they don't have a home that is convenient enough.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, one of the secrets to not just getting but maintaining organization is to think lazy. If putting it away involves a process where you have to open the closet and then open the drawer and then open the box and put that thing away, you created a 3-step process for yourself. And that's fine for something you're using a few times a year.
Right.
But if there's something that we're touching really regularly, let's take the mail, for instance. This is something we see really commonly. The mail comes in, whoever grabbed it just kind of flops it down somewhere, right? So we have to create situations where, first of all, my first tip is it's one specific person is in charge of the mail, that it is your job. And the person who should be assigned this needs to be the person who's going to take the best ownership of it. Okay. So as soon as mail is picked up from the mailbox, the mail getter person, they're sorting before they even walk in the house. They've already got in their left hand what's the trash, and in their right hand what's the keep. And keeping a trash can really handy to whatever your inbox or filing cabinet situation is really important, because again, we want to think lazy. If it's easy to throw away the trash instead of plop it down, we'll do that, right? We just have to create that situation for ourselves. And so beyond that, something as simple as just a little inbox, even those little plastic stackable inboxes that you can get from Walmart.
Yeah.
And everyone who's getting mail regularly needs their own inbox. So we may have one for mom, one for dad, and one for a kiddo who's in high school and getting a lot of mail from colleges right now. And then we probably also want an outbox where we can keep things like our stamps, our pens, our return address labels, and any mail that, yes, we're ready to send out, but it's just not time to mail that check, or we're not sure if we're going to RSVP to that quite yet, or whatever it may be. And then having a filing cabinet where we're actually going to file the papers, because sometimes, even in a pretty digital world, we do need to keep some papers, right? So if Claudia sells you a home and you get your new paperwork, your new mortgage paperwork comes in, you're going to want to keep that, right? Your new homeowner's insurance, you're going to want to keep that policy handy and in a file. So there are some things we need to file. And so just creating a situation and a system where everything has a definitive place, it's easy for the person who is responsible for it to get to, and one person has been given the designated responsibility for that job, will help to keep those hot spots from happening in the first place. And then if you take it a little step further, and whatever your hot spot has been, if you put something decorative there, purposeful, that's actually a really good visual cue that this space is not for dumping. This space is to look nice and clear and clean, and for us to all enjoy.
Beautiful. Those are some awesome tips. I have one more question for you. Can you tell us a little bit, since so many kids are home right now and many parents might be losing their minds because they have to do their own work and there isn't a routine in place, is there something that children of different ages can do to help with the organizing, the refreshing, spring cleaning of the home during this time?
Absolutely. This is actually a wonderful time to do some education that's a little bit different. So we send our kids off every day to have education and all kinds of important things. I certainly don't want to downplay public education, but this is a great time to kind of circle those wagons and bring it back home. And if we make learning fun and interactive, or we're doing, or our kids are going to want to be on board. So this is probably a great time to help kids understand how to do laundry. My kids are 9, 7, 4, and 2, and the 9 and 7-year-old, they do their laundry. And so actually one of the things you can do is head over to the Organizer Chicks on our Facebook page, and you'll actually see some videos that I posted over time of my kids, which I think is kind of helpful when kids can see other kids accomplishing things like, hey, that kid's vacuuming, you know, oh, look, that kid's like, they're making some grilled cheese sandwiches or whatever. Like, if you can see, if your kids can see other kids doing things like that, I think that's really inspiring. But just really, and that's my kids yelling in the hallway right now.
Yeah.
So,
hey, and you know, I have even another idea. Like a lot of kids, they like to see videos of themselves. So like you can even put some music on and do a video of the kid cleaning up, you know, and that's a kind of motivation. Yeah.
And just doing it with them and saying like, this is not a punishment. And I think that's one of the things about everything that has to do with organization is helping adults and kids alike to understand this is not punitive. We are in this together. We're a team, and this home is where we're at for the next several weeks. So let's all take ownership and take pride. And something that we do is we will stand at the edge of a room when it's a disaster. Because again, we've got 4 kids and we live here. It gets crazy every day. We have toys. It gets messy. So a lot of times we'll stand at the edge of the space and we'll look at the living room and we'll say, whoo, we played hard in here today. We really enjoyed this space, but look at it now. Ugh, how does it feel? And then just be quiet and let your kids take in this space and voice to them how it feels. And if your kid is small, our 4-year-old, she doesn't have the vocabulary to really express frustration or overwhelm like maybe our 9-year-old will, but she gets it and she'll go, it feels blah, blah, blah. And so the great thing, because we want our kids especially to connect the external environment with their internal environment. And as adults, even sometimes we don't connect those things well enough, and we go through life and we're frustrated and we're short-tempered, and we maybe can't even put our finger on why am I so having a terrible attitude and no patience right now. Probably you can help yourself feel better if you take control of your physical environment. And so showing our kids that you're impacted by this, it makes you feel blah, 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 right now. And then one of the roles in our family is when one works, all work. And so to whatever degree we can, and for the 2-year-old, that is just picking up his little books and putting him on his little shelf. That's the extent of his capacity. It's the extent of his job. And we cheer for him just like we're happy that, you know, the bigger kids did the thing that they can do to their capacity. So, but then what we do is when we've done the job and we've done the work and everything looks nice and neat again, and this, by the way, is part of our every single night routine. And that's a big thing, is making sure that it's just like if you went to the gym and you hired a personal trainer and you got in the best shape of your life and you ran that Ironman. And then you're like, if I did that, I'm done now. You can't expect to keep your results, right? It's the same with organizing. It has to become a value, a family value, and a part of your daily routine. But what we do is we come back together when the work is done, and we'll stand again back at the edge of the living room or the edge of the bedroom or whatever it may be, and we'll look at it and we'll say, wow, how does it feel now? And we will be quiet to let the kids voice how it feels in that space, because we want them to understand it and to be intrinsically motivated and to understand the value in the work that they've done. It's not punitive. It's part of being part of this family and of getting to live in a house that is, and we talk about this a lot, like we are so blessed. We have heat and air conditioning and plenty of square footage. We have toys to play with. We are so blessed. We are so lucky to be able to be here. Let's be sure we're being good stewards of these things we've been given and really honor and appreciate them by keeping the house tidy. It's not about being perfect. It's not about living in a Martha Stewart catalog where no one can put their feet up on the couch, but it is about creating a sense of order and peace and calm. And especially at times like these, where we've got something going on that is frankly just out of all of our control. If we can control our own spaces a little bit better, we're going to feel better and we're going to do better.
You are a wealth of wisdom. This is brilliant. Thank you so much, Amber. That is just
You're very welcome.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm very motivated by aesthetics, right? And by the senses. And I think so many times we disconnect from our senses. Like what makes something beautiful? What does something smell like, right? It's so so crucial to my well-being, I think.
And I think a lot more people are like that than maybe even realize or recognize that in themselves. So.
I think so. Well, Amber, thank you so much for your wonderful tips. Guys, contact the organizer chicks if you are having a hard time with these tips. I imagine you have different levels. You have consultation all the way to like hand holding every step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely, we do. Some people just really want a professional organizer to come in and say, what would you do? How should I attack this project?
Yeah.
Are there particular, bins, baskets, physical tools that I need to do this job? And then they want to run with that work. And for most people, that it's overwhelming. And yes, they want to understand how the process works, but they want you to work right alongside them. And so there's no wrong way. We sometimes have clients who physically aren't even home. We have people who are like, I'm moving, and moving is so stressful to me, I don't even want to be here to see it.
Yeah.
So have an HGTV reveal moment when they come home, and we just show them
Oh, I love that.
There's no wrong way. You can be as involved in the process as you want to, and we do custom, we tailor the work to what fits you and your family and your needs.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Amber. We'll be in touch. Guys, make sure to contact the organizer chicks with your questions and concerns. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.